Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Throwing right away is Williams. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he takes us beyond the 35. Going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And Kmet had a solid season a year ago in which he set a new career high in receiving with over 700 yards on the year. A big-bodied weapon who creates a lot of problems for the defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. That's the rookie from Washington, Rome Odunze. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Williams going to look to throw again. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds. So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw, Williams. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Draymond Jones. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Throwing to start the drive. Moore. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Preston Smith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he finds enough of an opening. This one back up to his 20. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's on his way. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Swift trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown Bears! DeAndre Swift from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Pollard will take it up the gut. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. To throw, it's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 23-yard run. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Looking to throw. Moore. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
To the air, Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll buy some time right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. Ward. This one caught by Ridley. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd down and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Here's Pollard again. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Ward. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd and 15. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Back to throw. Williams. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. A pass complete to Odunze. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. They'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the Kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Slot man moves right. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. They'll run with Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Pollard one more time. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Moore. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This a 33-yard attempt. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this will remain a 23-point deficit. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd and 4. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Back to throw. Williams. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Moore. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Throwing is Williams.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Swift. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Santos now to add the PAT. And this will be good. Off the right upright, but he got a favorable bounce, and he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead. Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And running with power here. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles